So far I've been extremely impressed by the quality of footage shot with the Autel Nano Plus. At the end of this video I will post a link to my in-depth analysis of footage quality with this drone. I have already compared the video quality of the Nano Plus to the Mini 2, which was outclassed by a huge margin. So in this video I'll move up the DJI line and I will compare it to one of my all-time favorite drones, the Air 2S, including night footage, an area where the Nano Plus has shown revolutionary capabilities. The DJI model is much more powerful and has a much higher wind resistance. It also comes with a host of extra features, including the excellent intelligent flight modes grouped under the name Focus Track. On the other hand, the Nano Plus is below the very important 250 grams threshold, so it is extremely light to carry and, even more importantly, is under much more relaxed regulation, especially for urban flying and especially in Europe. But in this video we focus on footage quality, so let's very quickly have a look at the specs relative to footage. The Air 2S has a 1-inch sensor with a fixed aperture of f2.8. It can shoot video at 5.4K at a frame rate of up to 30 frames per second, and at 4K at up to 60 frames per second. The maximum bitrate is 150 Mbps. The Nano Plus has a 0.78-inch sensor with a fixed aperture of f1.9. It can shoot 4K video at a frame rate of up to 30 frames per second and at a maximum bitrate of 100 Mbps. The sensor has a RYYB color filter array design, which is supposed to increase low light and high dynamic range performance. The Air 2S can shoot video in normal mode with an 8-bit color space and also two modes operating in 10 bits, D-Log and HLG. The Nano Plus has a single color mode. It also has a defog mode, available both in video and in photo, with 3 different strength levels. I find defog useful in hazy conditions or to improve the structure of the sky. The 8-bit normal color mode of the Air 2S is not something to write home about and cannot compete with the excellent one of the Autel Nano Plus. Throughout this video I will be using one of the 10-bit modes of the Air 2S, HLG, which is my favorite one. It is a relatively flat profile, so it needs a good dose of post-processing and the use of LUTs. The only mode available in the Autel Nano is excellent right out of the box, and this is a big point in favor of the Nano for users who don't rely on computer post-processing. But the basic color grading obviously helps to get even better results. Let me know your opinion about the quality of the footage shot with these two drones in the comments below, and if you find this video interesting, don't hesitate to give a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. In these top-down images, we take the sky and the dynamic range out of the equation and can concentrate on detail. Both clips are excellent, but I can detect more detail in the one taken with the Nano Plus, especially in the large trees. Moving to these zoomed-in scenes containing leaves, shrubs, bare branches and a few architectural details, we can better appreciate the extra detail obtained with the Nano Plus. In this view of a village from above, the difference in detail in the vegetation and in the roof is even more evident. Both drones have nice colors, it is a matter of personal preference, but the Nano has certainly the edge in terms of detail. This is a bit surprising, since the Nano has a lower resolution and a smaller sensor. Also, the detail in the Air 2S has always been excellent. But the Nano Plus makes the most of the recent advances in technology. Overcast conditions have always been a difficult test for drone footage, as it is not easy to retain structure in the sky, and elements on the ground tend to get mushy. While the Air 2S does a good job considering the conditions, the structure of the sky is a bit poor, and at times there is some lack of detail in the buildings. Without any doubt, the Nano Plus does a better job in rendering the sky, while the elements in the ground maintain much more detail. This drone handles dynamic range extremely well, maybe in part because of the RYYB color filter. For the clips in this chapter, with the Nano Plus I have used the defog option at medium strength. It helps to further enhance the structure of the sky, but the elements of the ground lose a bit of detail because of too much contrast. The performance in overcast condition is in my opinion a big win for the Nano Plus. Here we are in pleasant light conditions, about an hour before sunrise, and the footage shot with the Nano Plus is a thing of beauty. The sky is excellent, the colors extremely rich, the file responds to color grade to perfection, and without a hint of noise. But let's watch with a bit of music. Even against the full sun, the most difficult light conditions, the Nano Plus holds its ground very well, with plenty of info and no noise in the shadows. Only the tiniest flare. Until a few months ago, the Air 2S was my favorite prosumer drone for footage, but as you can see, it just cannot compete. The footage of the Autel Nano is a couple of generations ahead. Let's start with the Air 2S, because if you have not watched night footage shot with the Nano Plus, you're in for a big surprise. When it was released, the Air 2S was a big improvement in low light compared to other models, as shooting in such dark conditions was practically impossible with other drones. It is pitch dark and we are using an ISO value of 1600. We actually managed to see something. We can detect street lights of a village and something that looks like the sky, maybe also the sea. But apart from that, there is nothing in the shadows and the overall luminosity is extremely low. There is a good deal of noise, but it is still a level that can be recovered using neat video. You can watch my video about this excellent denoiser by clicking on this link. You will find info about it in the description below. By ramping ISO to the maximum value of 6400, we don't gain much in the shadows, but the noise goes up to a level beyond repair. Even though the Air 2S performs better than most other previous drones, I would not use it in such dark conditions. With Nano Plus we enter uncharted territories for night footage. I know that most of you will not believe me, but the light conditions were absolutely the same as for the footage shot with the Air 2S, actually even darker, as it was 5 minutes later. Probably due to the combination of the RYYB color filter with a large f1.9 aperture of the sensor, in low light conditions the Nano Plus destroys any drone I've tried, and it is also better than several full-frame cameras. Luminosity, detail, color rendition and lack of noise are beyond belief. Under pitch dark conditions, the footage is almost the same as during the day. Overall, for footage quality, the Nano Plus beats the Air 2S by a big margin in every single department. But I'm not bashing the Air 2S, which is still an excellent drone that has been in my bag for a very long time. Sadly, it will be replaced by the Nano Plus, a drone coming from another planet regarding footage quality. Click on this link to watch my in-depth analysis of the video quality of the Evo Nano Plus. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Thank you.